Welcome in then to latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you for your tweets. Alessandro, are you all right? What are you doing with your seat? Bouncing up and down?
Stop trying to upset Alessandro.
It's not difficult.
No, you've been upsetting him all day. You've been trying to upset Alessandro all day.
I tell you what, do you follow him on Instagram?
You know what, Shaka?
Go on. Go on, what are you going to say?
What are you gonna say?
Because I'm not there. If I'm there, he's not going to laugh like he's doing now.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's very true. That's very true,
Okay.
Alessandro. I've seen him when you're nearby.
Before we get to your tweets, what's interesting, Alessandro got over 4 million followers on Twitter.
Right.
Quite active, quite interesting, his feed. Over the last week or so, you've been putting pictures out of people of tattoos of you. Around the world, and there are loads of them.
Really?
Loads of people have got Del Piero tattoos. Is that not weird, Alessandro, for you to see?
I saw it during all this year, and I got impressed, to be honest. So I decided for a couple of days to show some of the people, the fans, send me on Instagram. So I reposted all the time. It got the attention for a lot of people, including you. That is amazing. I mean, you pay attention on my post.
Of
this
course.
is something that I'm really proud of.
I'm obsessed with you. That's
It's a unique feeling for me.
Okay. Shall I ask it, Shaq? Shall I ask you this question?
Dan.
No, Frank, I've got to... Go Frank. Go on, Frank.
No, Dan, I'm sorry because I have one guy who tattooed my name on his bottom, so I didn't want to repost it because I'm too humble. But that's a true story. That's true.
So, right, we have to get into this more. This isn't you, Frank. Frank, this isn't you. You're not talking about yourself here, no? You haven't tattooed your name on your buttocks just for whatever reason.
Not.
No.
Just in case you get drunk one night, I can't get your find your way home.
And how did this come about? How did this happen?
I don't know. The guy put a team sheet, with 11 players. And
yes.
I'm happy. I'm on the right side, so I'm fine. I'm fine. But that's a true story. The guy sent me a picture of his bottom with my name on, with some other names. It's a mix between rugby and football player, and I'm on his right side. You see Leboeuf on his right.
Why are you
right
happy to be on the right side and not the left?
Well, because I suppose you're further away from the...
Because I'm not in the center, Shaka.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the
center.
You don't want to be in the centre, do you, Jack?
Listen, far too many questions here. None of them good.
HR exposed. I'm going to pursue it. So, Alessandro, where is the strangest place that someone has a tattoo of you?
Well, I didn't post all of them because some of them were quite private. I'm not going to share with you, I mean. Not in the center of the butt, by the way, but...
Especially because it's a long name, Alessandro Del Piero. So you have to find a place.
No, right.
You
now
can
we're
cover
definitely...
everything,
Stop it!
Frank.
Stop it, everybody! Oh God, Daniel, what have you done?
By the way, Frank, let me say something. Frank, if you don't want to post that photo, send it to me. I'm gonna post it, okay?
There you go.
Okay, I will.
Right. Well done. Okay, moving away from tattoos. Should Mancini be concerned over yesterday's loss to Spain, Alessandro, or that result be looked at the 37-match unbeaten run it was going to end eventually? Also, I love you, Del Piero. You're my favourite player of all time.
Show us your tattoo.
Where's your tattoo?
Show us your tattoo.
Let's go, Adam.
Oh, man. Should Mancini be worried, Ale?
No, it should be relief from my point of view because he's a smart guy. He knows that at some point he's going to lose one game. It's very disappointing, of course, losing a semi-final in the National League, but it's something that can happen in the football. And actually, the way that he addressed everything was really smart from my point of view. He said, you know what? let's take it as a lesson for the future, because Italy, if they want to perform well and possibly win the World Cup, they need to find other kind of solution. They cannot play all the time in the same way, because things can change, you know. And this is what happened against Spain, from my point of view.
Any Shaka Hislop tattoos doing
Nope,
around?
none.
No.
Not one.
Which team has the best chance to win a trophy in 5 years? Arsenal, Newcastle, or Spurs?
Newcastle, of course.
Yeah, I forgot to ask you, Shaq, when we were doing the show about the takeover.
Yeah.
What do you make of it
about
all? What do you make of it all?
Well, it's from a Newcastle fan's perspective, it's exciting.
Right.
Newcastle fans, well, first of all, just wanted rid of Mike Ashley. They didn't feel he was a good fit, so they were taking anybody, regardless. They would have taken anybody. To have somebody with potentially that amount of money to invest in the team, and this shows the power of football. Despite the concerns around human rights violations and issues and questions about the Saudi Arabian royal family and their involvement, all football fans see is money.
Right.
And an opportunity to have themselves be taken seriously again. If kind of trying to step back from that and be neutral, I think there are huge concerns. But there have been huge concerns around so many of the takeovers involved in world football these days.
Newcastle qualified for the Champions League within how many seasons? 4 is the over and under.
I'm going to go over 4.
You think it's going to take time?
I think it will take 2 or 3 seasons at least to have a squad good enough. And so right now, I'm going to go just a little bit over. It's a club that's in massive need of investment
If they're not
in terms of the
relegated.
infrastructure and the squad.
They're not relegated.
No, well, I'm just saying they're going to have to be invested in.
At the end of the season.
Imagine
Oh,
that.
no, they're not going to get. Don't say that, Frank.
Oh dear. Do you know there are
No,
no
I'm
questions?
not saying that. I don't wish that, but it can happen.
Well,
at the end
but
of
you
the
brought it
season.
up out of nowhere, Frank, to be fair. There's no questions for Frank today. Alessandro, do you see any Serie A teams making it far in the Champions League this season?
Bye-bye.
Yes, for sure. I think. I mean, depends what far means. For me, potentially, let's say all 4 they can go on the group stage, possibly. Honest, but then after that, you know, it's not that easy. I think that reaching the quarterfinal for one of the 4 teams is a great result. Going forward, it's tough. You need to be perfect, and that's you're gonna discover only during the season how you perform. Are you feeling with the cup? What kind of mood you have? You know, something magic sometimes happen, but you know, in order to win the final, it's very tough for 4 of them.
Which Italian team went furthest last season in the Champions League?
None.
Alessandro will remember. Who went furthest?
He doesn't remember. He's too busy jetting around the world. His
What,
big
doing
time
tattoos?
lifestyle. Look at the tattoos. He don't remember what happened last year. At the
I bet Alessandro remembers. Which Italian
on.
team?
Atalanta.
Okay,
No,
never mind.
Atalanta and
You've
Juventus
lost
both
2
got knocked
finals
out
in the
round of
last
16.
6-7 years.
There you
Okay.
go. There you go.
Yeah.
Alessandro, with Juventus getting worse and coming to the end of a cycle, Serie A has much more parity. Who dominates this decade, and which other leagues do you think are headed towards more parity? Goodness me, that's a complicated question.
That is a long.
Right, let's do the first bit. Who dominates Italian football for the next 10 years, Alessandro?
I don't see one team that is going to dominate like Juve did. I think that now the power and the potential are equal divide. We still have, you know, a couple of teams that have amazing potential like Inter, but with such a lot of problems also as well. So you don't know how they're going to end up at the end of this year or the next year. And but Milan is coming up really, really strong with a good strategy. I think Maldini is doing a great job. Napoli is a reality that still going well. They got a Spalletti that is an amazing coach, and they're performing really, really good. And then you have a couple of teams that you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, with Roma, everything can happen in a good and a bad way, and with this coach. And then Juve will stay there. We stay there in some way. They're gonna survive, and then maybe I don't think it's over. But they need to change something that already started to do it. And this is it from my point of view. I mean, Atalanta, need to understand that to answer themselves what they want to do. There's an amazing and beautiful reality on Italian and international football because they're so small and they build an amazing structure, an amazing organization. But now, if you want to move forward, you need to add something, and that is the real change that they have to decide to make it or not.
There's a question for Frank.
Hey!
Frank, what made you decide when to retire from international football? It must have been hard to let go when you have so much pride playing for your country.
Oh, Frankie.
Well, I decided before the World Cup in 2002 that I would given up after that. I think I should have given up, 2 years before, but this was too late to think about it. But I played 7 years for the national team, and I was the oldest French player ever for like a year or 2 years before Fabien Barthez overtook me. But I was 35. Hold on a second. Yeah. 35 years old. Yeah, 35 years old when I played the World Cup in 2002. So it was already late, a little bit too late, I guess.
Alessandro, what about you?
I'm not retired. I'm gonna try for the next World Cup. So let's see if Mancini needs me.
See if you maybe can make up for that Euro 2000 final. Shaq?
Oh, no,
Really? Can I go? Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. It was a good time, guys. Bye-bye.
Shaq?
It was just time for me. So 2006 World Cup was my last last outing for Trinidad and Tobago, and of course I left English football that same summer as well to come to Dallas and retired 18 months later, something like that.
Alessandro, what was it like training with a prime Buffon? Did that make scoring easier in games because you're training with a world-class goalkeeper every day?
First of all, I trained so much well that he became that strong. So this is one of the reasons why I became that strong.
It's all down to you.
My God!
Are you sure
I
you're not
found my
French?
God! I found my God!
Listen, it was absolutely amazing. It was really, really hard to score a team, even the training. It's, the goalkeeper in Italy are we have a lot of many amazing goalkeepers. I have even Peruzzi before, that was another incredible goalkeeper. But of course, Gigi, we won the World Cup in 2006, and his performances in that World Cup was absolutely crazy. I mean, we conceded 2 goals. One against USA was an own goal by Zaccardo, and 1 penalty in the final. Of course, we have a great defense system with Cannavaro and other guys, but he made such incredible saves that's out of control.
More on that World Cup, actually, Alessandro. What were the reactions, opinions about Zidane's headbutt in the dressing room afterwards, or was it forgotten in all the celebrations?
It wasn't forgotten, for sure, but because it was something that, surprised everybody. Even though, because I played with Zizou 5 years at Juve, it happened a couple of times that he has that kind of issue during the Champions League or during the Serie A. He have a couple of head to the players as a reaction, so it was kind of instinct that he has. But yeah, it was such a surprise for everybody. I couldn't believe that happened. I mean, I didn't see nothing on the pitch, and then I saw the red card, and I say, what? He hit it with the head? Who, Zizou? No, come on, it's not true. But this is what happened. But yes, it was in those moments after the World Cup win. I mean, we didn't think that much, to be honest. After a week, when everything settled down, yeah, we say, oh, whoa, that was a big one.
How did Alessandro enjoy the Ryder Cup celebrity match, and how did you get on? Poche. Ryder Cup celebrities.
Listen, we won that Celebrity Ryder Cup, the only one that we won, by the way. So, I mean, look at that. Look, I mean,
tell you what.
It was absolutely fun. Was absolutely amazing. The golf course was so difficult. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a pro, but was such a great moment with all these fellows that we had the opportunity to play, and we won by 1 point. So was great experience. It was really great experience. Discover Wisconsin, that is a beautiful state, by the way. So yeah. It was fun for me.
And who were you playing against? Which celebrities were you up against?
It was Regal.
Did you say Totti?
No, nobody, no tattoos.
Oh, no tattoo.
No, I mean, we cannot be serious anymore, guys. It's hot here.
Where are you anyway? Are you in LA?
I'm in LA, yes.
Oh, very nice. Frank used to live there. They kicked him out.
Poor
that. Final question. Can someone from the ESPN crew explain how the algorithm works for questions? I've been sending questions for some time and just had an answer chosen. It seems like the most thoughtful and lengthy questions don't make it, yet only the short, easy ones do. Hashtag Tesla for Stevie.
Well, I think you just solved your own algorithm. Short and easy.
Yes, yeah. Go on, Alessandro. What's your answer?
It's quite easy. If you send with the tweet, if you send also a photo with your tattoo, I think they're gonna select you better.
I do not need that in my mentions. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness.
Especially if it's my tattoo.
Alessandro, where do you stand on Teslas? Do you want one? Have you got one? What do you drive?
What?
Tesla. You've heard of Teslas? Yeah, we've been discussing
it. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit random.
Tesla. Yeah.
Would you like one?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, perfect. There you are. We'll sort that out. Frank, would you trade your Bentley in for a Tesla?
If it's for free, yeah. If they give me the Tesla and I can keep the Bentley, of course I get it. No problem.
Oh my God!
Gab knows Elon Musk.
Yeah, we discussed it. We discussed it on yesterday's show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Thanks for watching, Shaq. Brilliant. Thank you very much.
I was out yesterday.
That is it. That's it done. Go and cool off, everybody. We will be back tomorrow for more. I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I think there'll be less tattoo talk.
I'm sure they will be, Dan.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.